Man, I don't want to do another reaction video to another Avengers trailer. I've already done 2 of them. I've seen everything they could possibly— What? It will never cease to amaze me how quickly the internet goes from, man, I'm done with the Avengers. The Avengers are silly. That movie was stupid. To the moment a new trailer comes out going, oh my god, it's everything I ever wanted. Yes, a new trailer for Avengers came out, and because there wasn't really a lot of other news this week, I am going to give you my reaction to that. Now, when this trailer began, I didn't really care that much simply because it looked exactly the same as the other trailers. And I love the other trailers, but I've already seen them. But part of me is glad that it didn't do anything new, simply because I hate it when trailers reveal too much about the movie. You know, in the first Avengers film, when Tony's falling to his death and then the Hulk jumps up and saves him, that's a great moment, or at least it would have been if we hadn't all seen it in the trailer already. So I'm glad that they are not revealing too much about this movie. Like, I know a lot of people on the internet are upset that Falcon has yet to appear in these trailers, even though we know he's going to be in the movie. I'm glad he hasn't shown up yet in the trailers, simply because the moment that he arrives, the moment that he flies in, I want to be shocked. I want everything to look bad, to look bleak, to be like, oh my gosh, all hope is lost. And then I want Sam Wilson to come in out of nowhere and just Falcon punch a whole bunch of Ultrons, alright? That's what I want. And if you put that in the trailer, it doesn't work. But there are definitely some new things in this that are worth pointing out. And the number one thing to talk about, the thing that is ticking the internet off most about this, which, seriously, this is the thing that's ticking you off, internets? Goddamn, internet, you gotta find something to be mad about and everything, don't you? But the number one thing that everyone's talking about is the fact that it looks like Natasha and Bruce might be hooking up. Like, there might be some Black Hulk, Widow. I'm bad at naming ships. I'm bad at, sorry. But it looks like there might be some romances forming there, and Incredible Widow. Got it. Woo! Alright, but it looks like there might be some romances forming in this, and yeah, no one really saw this coming, although they definitely shared a connection in the previous film, so I can understand it. Although it does kind of support a theory that I had, which we will get to towards the end of all of this. But another thing that's worth pointing out in this, and this one's a negative, I gotta give a negative to this one, it makes this movie look way too much like the previous Avengers film. And, you know, not just the fact that there's a massive army of things charging at our heroes, but also the Scarlet Witch is going to be mind controlling people in this? That was Loki's gig in the last one. Come on, man, you can't repeat that again. We've seen them do the infighting and the mind controlling, alright? It's time to move beyond that. But yeah, we definitely see her mind controlling the Black Widow in this trailer, and in previous trailers we saw the Hulk with some red eyes, so everyone was like, oh geez, does this mean that he's under the Scarlet Witch's control? Which looks like that could be the case now. So yeah, it looks like that might be what's going down in this, and I don't want to see my heroes mind controlled anymore. We did that for a whole movie. How great would it be though if everybody got mind controlled except for Hawkeye? And then Hawkeye was like, hey, looks like it's my time to shine. Oh, this looks bad. And speaking of mind control, there's something else that's worth pointing out, which is that there's a scene where Tony is very clearly picking up the scepter from the first movie, which that's certainly interesting. That doesn't bode well, and also makes me think that it might be a lead up to Civil War. If Civil War is going to be the same as it was in the comics, I have no idea what Civil War is going to be in the movies. I don't know. But he's picking up that scepter. That's interesting. By the way, Fury, why do you still have that scepter? Why is it not in a bunker underground where Hydra and all the other evil S.H.I.E.L.D. agents can't get to it? Come on, man. You had one job, Fury. Actually, you had like 900 jobs, but you had that one in particular. And then the trailer keeps moving along. We see the Black Widow's got some energy daggers, which is kind of sweet. I don't dig the Tron look on her, but whatever. But energy daggers, that's awesome. But here's the thing that gets me the most, is that there is a moment where Tony Stark says, we're all not making it out of this. And we've already heard that there will be deaths in this movie. And now, the theory that's going around online is that they're all going to die, and then Scarlet Witch is going to use her reality warping powers to bring them all back to life, which, you know, is possible, but I don't know how I feel about that, because if you have someone on your team who can just bend reality to bring any dead person back to life, that seems kind of like a cheat. Which makes me think that there's 3 candidates for who might die in this movie. First candidate being Scarlet Witch herself. It would suck that you introduce the only other female member on this team and then immediately kill her. Guys, you have no idea how pissed the internet would be if you did that. Don't do that, alright? But it seems like if she has the power to bring everyone back to life, then yeah, Ultron will immediately go, oh, well, done. But I don't think they're going to do that because, yeah, they just introduced her, alright? I can't imagine them killing off a character as soon as they introduce someone. But my other two guesses for who they might be killing off would be War Machine. You see him there at the very beginning when they're having the party. When they're having that big party, he's definitely there. And they're not making any more Iron Man movies. And then he's not in the rest of the trailer. I mean, if Brody was at this party and he saw this evil robot come out, you'd think his first reaction would be, you guys are going to go and fight that? Hold on, let me get my War Machine suit on, I'll be right back. Did he run off screen to gear up and then when he came back they were all gone? And it was like, ah, dang it, Tony, leaving me with the tab again. Or that robot comes out and then shoots War Machine and then Tony spends the rest of the movie going, my own creation killed my best friend, how could I have let this happen? I so don't want that to happen, but yeah, where is Brody in this? I mean, he's at least getting injured and taken out of commission for the rest of the movie, or, you know, the War Machine suit becomes the Ultron suit. One of these two things is happening, and I don't want either, alright? But that brings me to my number one guess at who is going to die, and that is the Hulk. And I know the first thing everybody's going to say is, but Mark Ruffalo is signed on to do 4 more movies. Yes, he's signed on to do up to 4 more movies. When the actor signs to do a certain number of movies, that means they have to agree to do that many, but the studio can cut them off at any time they want. The studio just makes them sign a thing that says you can do up to this many films. He doesn't have to be in that many. This would not be the first time in which an actor signed on to be in X number of films and then the studio came in and went, cut that short. Now the reason why I think this character might be dying is that in the first Avengers movie, he was definitely the breakout star. Everybody walked out there loving the Hulk, and when Whedon finds out that everybody loves somebody, they ain't safe anymore. And also, if you want Ultron to be the biggest baddie out there, having him take out the Hulk would be a real easy way to make that happen. But here's the main reason why I think it's going to happen. As I said, we see that it looks like Bruce and Natasha are hooking up, and they are going to make this one more tragic, and I know that it's a cliche, I know that it is very basic, but it works. If you have 2 characters hook up, and then kill off one of them, that's really tragic and really dark. That is the tone they're going for with this second Avengers movie. So yeah, I don't think the Hulk is safe. I mean, we all saw in those earlier trailers where Natasha is there in front of the Hulk and the Hulk puts his little hand up and it's very sad. That to me doesn't say, okay, the Hulk is calming down and he's going to be safe now. No, that to me says that the Hulk is about to say, you stay, pretty lady, Hulk, go now. And then the Hulk blasts off and he yells Superman right before he smashes into the rocket. Wait, wrong movie. Now one other thing I want to mention real quick. There's a moment where everybody's suiting up, everybody's gearing up, getting ready to go, and it looks like Wolverine's claws popping out. Now I know it's definitely not Wolverine. It's probably like Hawkeye's arrows or, you know, one of the Ultrons with claws or something. I don't know what it is, but it definitely was designed to look like Wolverine's claws. And I've got a theory. I think that after Marvel got Spider-Man back, I think they went back and reshot this little suiting up scene just to put it in the trailer. Just so that way they could turn and nod and wink over at Fox just a little bit, just kind of go like, oh, we coming for you, mother. Oh, we're coming for Wolverine. He's next. But then at the very end, there's one last thing. Marvel, goddamn, you are so good at these after-credit stingers. You put an after-credit stinger in your trailer, alright? But after all that, we see the Vision wake up. Now, here's my idea for what the Vision is going to be doing, and is also why I think we haven't seen a lot of the other people we know for a fact are in this movie. Going back to the comics, in the Young Avengers storyline, after several Avengers died in the Avengers Disassemble storyline, the Vision re-woke up in a brand new body, and the very first thing he did was he started looking for replacement heroes. He started looking for a brand new team of Avengers. My theory is the Avengers are going to lose this. They're going to get their asses kicked, they're going to be beat down, and then with his last breath, Tony is going to say, activate the Vision, and then far off in a bunker, the Vision will wake up, and he's going to get Sam Wilson, he's going to get Heimdall, because we know he's in this movie too, he's going to get tons of other characters, they're going to come in. We've heard rumors that Mantis is in this movie, which would tie them to the Guardians. That's what I think. I think that these characters are going to get captured, Ultron's going to do his, yes, aha, I will kill you in 5 seconds as long as nothing stops me, and then all of a sudden Vision and his team of secret Avengers are going to break in and save the day. Just a theory. But in the end, I love this trailer, and I will tell you the biggest reason why I love this trailer. this. Yeah, you see that moment where they're all charging in? That is the most comic booky thing I have ever seen in a comic book movie, and I love it. I have heard so many people go, oh well, the Avengers and the whole Marvel Universe, that's too fun, that's too silly, that's too lighthearted, that's too cartoony. What is your problem? What the complaint is? I'm sorry, I didn't hear a problem in there, alright? I love that the Marvel films have gone, what made the comics work? Let's put that in the screen, alright? I love that these movies embrace everything that makes them a comic book movie. Especially after this week, when the CEO of Warner Brothers, Kevin Sugihara, the guy in charge of all the DC superhero films, came out and said, well, the DC films, they're far more realistic and edgier than the Marvel films. And all I could think was, you make Superman. You make Superman. What part of edgy goes into Superman? Why are you doing this? Stop it! It just made me think back to when I was a kid and throughout most of my adult life, in which Marvel was defined in the comics as being the more realistic universe. You know, they're the ones in which, like, heroes are hated for who they are, mutants are feared for the way they're born different. You know, it was meant to be, this is the real world with a touch of the fantastic, while DC was meant to be the fantastic with a touch of the real world. Marvel was always meant to be more realistic, DC was meant to be more fantasy, and there's nothing wrong with that. Both those things are not only acceptable, they're necessary. You need to have that balance. And it's so weird for me to see the cinematic universes going the exact opposite way, although I will say, the last Captain America film was all about privacy and about whether or not the government has too much control over us. That's not really... That's not fantasy, that's far more realistic than Man of Steel, man, I'm sorry. And don't get me wrong, there should be realistic superhero films. I'm fine with Batman being a realistic and edgy superhero film. But if you make Superman so realistic and edgy that I have trouble bringing a kid to it, you messed up, man. That's not on the audience, that's on you, alright? I mean, I mentioned that Marvel absolutely loves the fact that they are making comic book films. It seems to me like people working on the DC movies, and even to an extent the people working on the DC comics at this point, it seems like they're ashamed of the fact that they're making a comic book movie. It seems to me like they got shoved into lockers and their heads dunked in toilets because they read comics as a kid, and that their last words to the boys were, I'll show you, I'm going to show you these comics are gritty and real, and it's the realest stuff ever. And I don't want to stay on this for too long, but I'll just finish by saying this. Yeah, if you want to make your films realistic, you want to make them edgy, that's fine. But don't think that edgy and realistic automatically means good. Don't think it automatically makes it better than goofy and lighthearted. And don't think that just because something has a happy ending means that it's not realistic. I mean, if you think that realistic automatically means, well, this character has to murder someone and the pinnacle moment of the whole film is him screaming out no, that's not realistic, man. That's just edgy for the sake of being edgy, alright? And that is why I love this. But hold on, there's more. I don't want to make it seem like I was just bashing DC and being harsh on them, because yes, while their movies, I'm not quite a fan of the direction they're going with their television shows, they've been nailing it. The Flash, to me, is doing with superhero TV shows exactly what the Marvel films did with their cinematic universe, and I love it. And today, as I'm recording this, they just put out a new image for the new Supergirl TV show that finally shows a Supergirl in her outfit, and holy crap, she looks like Supergirl. She looks upbeat, she looks bright, she looks happy, she looks like someone who is going to save the day. That costume does not look dark and gritty. Sure, it's, you know, it's a very dark shade of blue. I would like it a little bit lighter, but hey, this to me looks like Supergirl. I mean, when you look at the costumes for their heroes in their cinematic universe, yeah, it looks like somebody just stood there and went, less color, darker, darker, more overtones. But this costume, man, that to me, it looks like a superhero costume, and I can't wait, alright? But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys have to say. Did you like this trailer? Did you not like this trailer? Do you like the Supergirl costume? Do you not like the Supergirl costume? Do you think I'm just being an ass? Do you agree with me? Let me hear that in the comments below. And if you like this video and want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumb up button, and share this across the web. I always love it whenever people share these videos. It feels so good to me. You might also have noticed that I am not in my regular Thorgy costume because it's cold, alright? It is cold up here. And your likes and your shares keep me warm, as does this hoodie. So, thank you very much, and come back next time.